Mr. Hanks right here. Mr. Hanks. Come up here. And Miss Pop. And Annie, eyes here, Annie.
Antonio, straight ahead, please.
Right here, beautiful. Let's smile. Mr. Reeves, sir. Thank you. Kelly. Here, Jay. And Jay, look right here.
Great, guys. You look back.
I just want the fingers, the fingers.
Right over here. Eyes right up here. There you go. It's all good time. It's all good time. You're like a up here. Woody.
I think I'm just as overwhelmed as Forky is in that world, so I'm pretty excited and can't believe I'm here. I think Forky feels like he's with like icons like Woody and Buzz Lightyear, and I feel like I'm with icons like Tim Allen and Tom Hanks and Annie Potts. It's very cool. It's just like, but it's a movie just of joy. It's a tremendous amount of joy, and so it makes sense that they would have a full carnival here. Do you know, I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that these characters all are for each other. They go on life, they go on journeys, and they're always there for each other. And it's like we're not meant to do life alone. You have to have each other. And that's what draws people, I think, to it. I'm kind of excited. I haven't really seen the completed film, so I'm excited to see it myself. And it's always fun to watch it with an audience. So I'm really pumped.
I know. I had no idea it was going to be so intense today. This is a big deal, and I came with a bunch of my friends, and they brought their daughters, so we've got like a whole family affair going on, and the little girls are so excited. I mean, as you know, we sort of do it in this capsule by ourselves, and so the first time you see it, you realize sort of you're part of it and how you play into the story, and I mean, and also like all these established characters that like made this what it is were so accepting of us and so sort of excited about us that I felt part of the family rather than like the shy new kid. I think there's something about, obviously it's written in such a smart way for adults, but with such a genuineness and earnesty that children respond to it as well. But it's what brings tears to adults' eyes, because there's something that's really like, it's what you yearn for, is the way these toys become a family and support each other. It's just kind of what we all want.
I've been a massive fan of Pixar and Toy Story for decades at this point. I've grown up just like everybody else here, and the following generations have grown up with these characters. And to be a part of something as special as this, something that sort of defined a genre. I mean, Pixar is the reason why there's other studios trying to do what they do. It's a special way of storytelling, and they do it so effortlessly, it feels like. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of effort, but it's just the way it plays and what we expect is just a very special thing, and I'm so psyched to be a part of it. With Forky, I thought it was a really cool idea to be able to start thinking about what we consider disposable and what we place value on, and this is something I took away from it. I don't know if it was intentional, but I thought it was really smart, and it was so subtle, it was so subtle. So anyway, they're geniuses at what they do, and I'm just happy to be here. It's always fun to get to see it with an audience, and it's also great to be able to meet some of the castmates that I haven't spent time with yet, because we've been communicating on screen via some, some monitor somewhere, but never in person. Some of these guys. So it's going to be fun to get the whole cast together and hang out for a little bit. Yeah.
It's always been, a relative pleasure to do them because of the people that I've worked with throughout. Starting with John Lasseter and on with Josh and the boys on this one, and there's that. And then the characters are part of me. I mean, musically at least. I mean, I'm interested in what happens to Woody and Buzz and Bo Peep and Jesse and the whole gang. So it's like coming back to old friends. It's a cliche, but there it is. A little, but mainly you use what you got in terms of Woody, Buzz, and things like that, because it pays off to do that. But the new characters in this, Forky and even Ducky and Bunny and Bo Peep is a different sort of person in this one, so she gets different stuff musically. Yeah, the Chris Stapleton did called A Ballad of a Lonesome Cowboy, and it's like Woody's mind again. He's taken over in there for me. And I wrote another song called I Can't Let You Throw Yourself Away, about Forky and Woody.
It's a fantastic thing to get to do. I'm standing right next to Randy Newman, who I've never met in person, but we've talked on the phone. They called me to do the song for the movie, and that's kind of Randy's gig in my mind, and so I made sure I got a hold of Mr. Newman and called him and asked him if he was okay with it. He's like, yeah, man. And so we talked about the song a little bit and did my best to do it justice to the version that he'd written. So the name of the song is A Lonesome Cowboy, and it was written by Randy Newman, and he pretty much had the arrangement laid out for us, and we kind of just followed the roadmap, and so we just did our best not to mess it up. So. Oh, it's great. Well, I've never been to a movie premiere, and so this is my first one, and I brought my two oldest children with me, and they're here tonight, so they're going to get to experience this, and they're really excited.
I mean, I can't even believe that it's real. I think it's just hitting me right now in this moment, because I attached to the project 3 years ago, and throughout that it was like I couldn't really tell anyone, so it felt like I had this imaginary friend that is now real and everyone knows about it. It's insane. I'm just wild with excitement. It's a dream. I think they really resonate with us in a way. I mean, as an Asian American female, we didn't have a lot of representation, and so I think these toys were like, you can be anything, you know? You could see yourself in Rex or Ham or Slinky Dog, any of them. So they're like friends and family. Oh my gosh, well, I can't wait for them to see Giggle McDimples because she is feisty, she is fun, she uses her voice in a big way. I love that she's so small, but she has so much power, and I think that's really, really awesome. I know, because I saw the movie once, but it was a very small theater with only a few people, so to see it with this amount of people at the premiere, I'm just like, I'm already crying, and I'm trying not to cry.
Well, you know, it's great tonight because it feels like a carnival, and there's actually a carnival, so that's also very good. I've been so looking forward to this because I really, you know, of course, the movies are all about being together, and you like to see a movie with a bunch of people, and I get to have the opportunity to do that tonight, especially something this beloved, this fun, this touching, this heartwarming, this exciting, and so yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really, really, really excited. I've been looking forward to this for months, but yeah. I think the reason they can make such great stories is because they take. It's legendary the amount of time it takes to make a Pixar movie, and I think people go, oh gosh, 5 to 7 years, but it's worth every second if you're really, really, really developing characters that people want to be invested in, and we want to be invested in Woody and Bo Peep and Buzz and the new characters like Ducky and Bunny, and so I feel like the care that they take in finding the heart inside of characters and the true desire inside of the characters is what really resonates with us, and we always hook into somebody depending on what any Pixar movie, and so I think that's the key, is that they learn how to grab us, you know, grab us in the heart, you know.
Well, it's wonderful to be back, and it's especially wonderful to be back in such a significant way, with a Bo Peep who has grown and gotten more important and more confident and more everything. She's a wonderful role model for kids. It's just such a great group. We were all together. I mean, we've never been all together. We don't do our sessions together, although Tom and I did quite a few together on this one. But, it's just a beautiful group of kind hearts and talent, really.
I wish I could tell you the most fun is going to be in about 20 minutes. That's the most fun. All the work you do, 4 or 5 years of this, putting this thing together, layer after layer after layer, and you start seeing it put together. Believe me, the magic is Pixar and the music and the editing and all the songs. That's the magic. I get to witness it in about 20 minutes. This is a wonderful story. Tonight's movie that you'll all see, hopefully, everybody's worth something. And to have toys teach us this is an amazing deal. To see how they crafted this story, everybody is worth something more than you know. It's an amazing story.
We don't take it lightly. It's a big responsibility. Everybody feels it when they first walk in, see what's up. They used to lay it out for us. There was a script to read, there was an animatic to watch. But they realize it's really a story that is in flux for about the 3.5 years that you spend making it. So that every time we come on, we kind of like say, well, what's new? You know, what are you going to spring on us now? But also, it always comes down to this relationship between us, with the microphone right there, and our memories and our interpretation of everything the characters have been through. I feel like the toughest job are the folks who are walking in for the first time. You know, Tim and I and Annie, we all have a lot of muscle memory that's based on being in those studios with those microphones, and so we kind of are able to go into a trance. I think like Keenan and Christina and Keanu and Tony, they're all asking, "Have I done this right? will Forky remain in the movie? And I think, yeah, we'll be fine. You've done well. I think the most important thing is that there is familiarity and gravitas to everything that they go through. I think the thing about the Toy Story films has always been that here are these inanimate objects that actually do represent who sort of we are as human beings, and we identify with everything that they're going through. And in a lot of ways, we envy them their sense of belonging and their sense of purpose. That's what I get from it all the time, and I can't wait to see what we have here.
FuturePreviews.com. Whoa! Go behind the scenes of movies. Subscribe to Future Flicks YouTube channel.